Last season was a disappointment for Los Angeles Infamous. They never made it into the finals, and they had to play in relegation games to preserve their Champions League spot throughout the year, and they finished 7th overall. The team was inconsistent in 2013, but they do have the talent to win, as they have mostly the same squad who was able to win 2 years ago in Chicago. The roster is stacked with talented veterans who play with a big chip on their shoulders. Damian Ryan has been nothing short of a wrecking ball for the past 2 years. His stats are up there with some of the best in the business, and he plays almost every point. Kevin Rudolph and Nicky Cuba are both experienced clutch support players, and Infamous has aggressive attackers in Brad McCurley, Drew Templeton, and Zach Wake, who have all proved capable in big games. The team is led by Travis Lemansky, who will need to make sure his roster stays focused and is able to utilize the talent that they have at their disposal so they can get back where they believe they deserve to be, on the podium, hosting a first-place trophy. Omaha Vicious bounced back and forth between the Champions and Challengers divisions last season, proving they were too good to be held down, but not performing at a level high enough to stay with the top 10 teams. Vicious is unquestionably a team with promise, but they have not been able to summon the consistency needed to beat the best teams on a regular basis. They are equipped with good attackers and a solid back line. Luis Munoz came onto the team and made an impact right away as the team's missile. Shane Colby has proved very competent in the Snake, and Trevor Reeser and Brian Bortle can get things done and will be running the D side this year. Parker Rosenthal, Zach Sherman, Chris Hooker, and Matt Sossman are going to need to shoot people on the break and help clean up the chaos that their front players create. Vicious also picked up veteran Nicky Vegas, who could help their quest to stay in the Champions League and eventually win events. If Vicious wants to achieve that goal, they're going to need to keep working on their deficiencies until they become their strengths, because the teams that they are trying to take the crown from are only getting better.
Welcome back. I'm standing here with Luis Munoz of Vicious. You guys are getting ready to battle it out for first place with Infamous. How excited are you, especially to be going against Infamous?
Absolutely. This team has beaten us a few times, and we've realized that it's paintball, it's a game of practice, it's an art. It's a game of intelligence, and we've put in a lot of work in this offseason. We know how to beat these guys. These guys think they have heart, and you know what? They have a lot of it, but we do too, and we're ready to battle out for it.
All right, just a few seconds away. We'll see who takes this first point.
Munoz does some good interviews.
Well,
here we go.
You know what?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, man, the kid's pretty intelligent. I love the kid.
Well, here we go.
On the breakout.
So, Los Angeles Infamous or Omaha Vicious, and it looks like that is going to be Colby. Shane Colby coming off early for Omaha Vicious. They do have good field position. Parker Rosenthal played like a monster in the semifinals. I think he might have got clipped on his barrel, though, Chris.
No, I think it's rub off the bunker. Brad McCurley taking the walk early for LA Infamous, so 4-on-4, a better field position right now for Omaha Vicious.
But Rab, look at this. It looks like Vicious is moving up on the Dorito side as well.
They got Dorito 1, Dorito 2, and they're at the right side of the A, the Aztecs. So they're in a good position. They got, as I say that, here comes Infamous right to the right side of the A.
Yeah, so both of these teams are force
Here
strong.
it goes, come right around.
Yeah, Drew Templeton in the center.
Oh, he stays alive.
Zach Sherman tries to get out Drew Templeton. He doesn't get him, but then Drew Templeton gets shot. Both players down another body, Chris.
Sorry, that was Parker Rosenthal going through the middle, I think. Actually got shot.
It definitely was Parker Rosenthal again. Played like a monster in the semifinals. So these two teams right now, 3 bodies alive for both of them. Looks like another body might be coming off for Infamous. I think they have 2 bodies left alive.
That was Kevin Rudolph, I think, coming on the far side of the field. Yes, it was number 7, Kevin Rudolph. Now we have Damian Ryan over here, along with Zach Patient. Zach Patient and Damian Ryan both playing very, very well.
Yeah, but I think we got a 1-on-1, boys.
No, it's a 2-on-1. Damian Ryan was just chewing up the Vicious Dorito side over there, and now it's 2-on-1, Matt.
Yeah, bodies looked like they were falling, but I guess it's just one player left alive for Omaha Vicious in the back corner bunker on the Snake side of the field. Damian Ryan and Zach Patient. Zach Patient.
Oh, Damian Ryan catches one, Matty.
Oh, Damian Ryan getting shot out of his bunker. Uncharacteristically dying in a clutch situation. Damian Ryan dies, and now it's a 1-on-1 situation with Zach Sherman and it looks like, who is that in the back corner? I'm sorry,
Zach Patient.
Yeah, so the two Zachs are throwing down right now. Zach Patient in the snake for Omaha Vicious, and in the back corner bunker, Zach Sherman, who also played amazing for Omaha Vicious. I'm sorry, Zach Patient for LA Infamous is alive in the snake. Back corner bunker for Vicious, Zach Sherman.
And
one-on-one.
If I had to pick one-on-one, it'd probably be these two guys. Zach Patient's playing extremely well. Zach Sherman's been playing out of his mind.
Yeah, both of these guys are on their game right now. Patient came back from a pretty bad knee injury that he had. And Sherman has been so determined to try to rewrite the story for Vicious in the pro division. And man, they did a good job of it at this event as they made it to the finals and looked really good doing it. So now these guys are locked in a snap shooting battle. You're looking over the shoulder of Zach Sherman, who's in that back corner bunker trying to get a shot on Zach Patient, who's in front of him at that 50-yard line. Snake. Now, kind of better field position, I think, maybe for, as we've seen a one-on-one in this exact same scenario for different teams, but Patient has a lot of bunkers to work with. I mean, look on your screen. Look at all those bunkers that Patient has to work with, whereas on the flip side for Vicious, and Zach Sherman, he's locked kind of on that island, so he definitely can dip out towards it. He can only really go, he can either attack straight into the open down the sideline, which is not very smart, or he can cut inside. So he really only has one true option. He can really only go to his left. Patient's going to know that. I mean, he could try to run all the way down, but that's a really huge gap, and I don't think that would be the move.
Well, you know, at this point, I mean, I think this could be one of the potentially the biggest point of the game. I mean, obviously, it's going to be the longest point of the game.
Well, we'll see. It's the first point.
Yeah.
So.
I'm saying that.
But we're starting to see
here we go. He's moving.
And like you said, Manny, the only move he can make.
Yeah, he has to cut inside, so he's able to make it across that open area.
It's good because he's tall. He can look. He's standing right over, looking down. And Zach Patient has to, playing that snake. You gotta get down low.
Yeah. So Zach Patient now trying to be patient and trying to outweight Zach Sherman. Sherman has 2 confirmed kills. Zach Patient 1. About 4 minutes and 15 seconds have elapsed since the beginning of this first point. These two teams here really wanting to win an event. Omaha Vicious has never won a professional event before. They won a ton of divisional events, but they've been in the pro leagues for years now, and this is what they wanted. They wanted to beat good teams. They wanted to storm into the finals and play another really good team, and they're playing one in LA Infamous right now. Who's going to win this one-on-one? I don't know. We're going to find out.
Zach Patient is playing out of his mind, but so is Zach Sherman as well.
So Zach Sherman goes back to the corner. Patient didn't pick him up, and then now he picked him up.
Oh, Jesus, that was so close.
The crowd started, you could hear, that's smart for Patient to listen to the crowd, started to get a little loud, signifying essentially, oh, move has been made.
And he went over there to pick up his squeegee. And he cleaned out his barrel.
Is that what he did? He made the move to pick up the squeegee?
He ran over there to pick up the squeegee, clean out his barrel, and then he threw it back down on the ground.
Well, again,
there goes Zach Patient taking a move here to the outside of the snake.
And now he goes in the opening. He might get the drop on him.
Oh, he gets
the drop. He's going to get the drop on him.
I think
that's getting a major penalty on Zach Patient, probably.
I would not be surprised to see a penalty, but did he get a shot on?
There it is.
There it is.
Right
Right major penalty on Zach Patient. Hey, that's the right call, guys.
It's the right call.
Hey, Chris, I totally agree with you. Steve, you guys both said it. I totally agree. He did spin, and it was an amazing move. And like we said, he can come down in that open area, but you notice how he waited for Patient to make that move forward, and as soon as he did, and before Zach was able to get laned up, perfect timing for Zach Sherman. Zach Sherman, there's his stats right there. He is just on fire. Look at Munoz, ready to give him a big high five as soon as he comes off the field. Congratulations to Zach Sherman winning that one-on-one against Zach Patient. The score is now 1-0. 14:34 left after that really long first point. We'll be right back after this.
Oh, get out, sucker! Bye, sucker! Night-night!
So here we go. They're going to send Zach Sherman back out. Todd Martinez is giving him a couple quick little updates on what he feels, which way he should be shooting. So nice work by Zach Sherman, man. 3 confirmed kills for him in that first point. Los Angeles Infamous is going to have to take that blow to their motivation and get back out here and try to put one on the board and try to get even on Vicious. And the tough thing, though, for them is that they have a major penalty as Patience spun on Sherman. And you got to be careful in those one-on-one situations when somebody gets a drop on you. Your natural instinct is to try to turn around and trade with him because Zach Patience a front guy.
Right.
So he's used to having that instinct when he's starting to get bunkered. But you can't do that, man. And because then what happens is this is what happens.
Got the major.
Yes.
And when you get hit, just take it.
Yeah.
Walk.
It's tough to take, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
So here we go on the breakout. Vicious full strength, 5 bodies alive. They go all the way to the snake off the break. Send in Shane Colby. He's been going there all tournament long for them. And it looks like Infamous able to make 4 bodies out alive.
Oh, a major red flag of death. The Cardinal himself
Looks
is
like
out of
Matt's-
the bag. And they're down to 2 bodies right now.
Oh, so that's the worst case scenario for Omaha Vicious.
Oh,
But look at this. Shane Colby's going to work right here.
But 3 bodies walking off for Infamous, Matty.
Yeah, so Shane Colby able to get a bunch of kills from that 50-yard line snake, Chris.
There's only 1 player alive on Infamous right now, number 23, Zach Wake, against 2 of the Omaha Vicious players.
So can Zach Wake, who has had a great tournament in his comeback here with Infamous, that he got cut from San Antonio X Factor last year, got too many penalties. He's been playing great so far for them, such a talent. And let's see if he can pull off a 2-on-1 here. It's going to be difficult because he is not in a good field position for that. He's not going to be able to get very small as soon as Vicious starts pushing down that Dorito side of the field with Alexander Borromeo, who's he's a rookie, man. You know, Borromeo's played a little bit at this level, but
that's going to do it, I think.
Oh, Borromeo
gets shot. Look at Zach Wake in the driver's seat. Look at this battle of attrition right here. Kobe on your screen against Zach Wake in the corner.
And Colby squeezing his gun. Zach Wake has the drop on him. If Colby head checks out towards the sidelines, Zach Wake is ready. And so now Zach Wake comes off of him. Now Colby has the drop on Zach Wake.
Hey, but Manny, look at this right now. 23 seconds left in the Infamous penalty. 41 seconds left on the Omaha Vicious penalty. Is it going to come down to that? That's the question.
I don't know. It's going to get crazy. Colby cuts to the inside. Zach Wake backs up a little bit off the bunker. Comes out, snap shoots.
Oh! Kobe.
They trade out.
Oh, they trade out. So are they going to let the time come out?
No, they pull the horn, no point.
No point.
Wow, what a game.
And you know what? Great scenario for both squads on that one.
Yeah.
No,
if you
better
look
for
at
Omaha Vicious.
Yeah.
It is better for Omaha Vicious because that penalty was about, if Wake had just stayed alive a little bit longer, 6 more seconds, Infamous would have got that penalty back and they would have been in a better shape. But no, not able to do it. Regardless, both these teams going to be starting with 4 bodies. The score still 1-0 in favor of Omaha Vicious. Wow. And there we're in the pits right now.
They didn't trade, did they?
There's a very stoic, rarely stoic Todd Martinez, but there he is, very focused, trying to help his team win here. Done a real good job of guiding the ship. This is the first time Vicious has ever been in the finals before.
No point.
You know, but hey, these guys are playing good times right here.
Yeah, they're playing, both these teams looking real sharp, and we'll be right back after this. Looking in the pits for Omaha Vicious. 1 point separates these 2 teams as we've seen a pretty interesting start to this final matchup. 12 minutes and 40 seconds remain. Still penalties on the board for these 2 teams. Parker Rosenthal sits in the box. Zach Patience sits in the box. Both these teams have had a major penalty early on.
And it's only 1-0.
Right?
And it's only 1-0.
He just said majors, 8 minutes off the clock. And it's 1-0.
Well, a win would be so huge for both of these franchises. As Los Angeles Infamous, they did not do well last year. They finished 7th overall, but they promised everyone, they're like, you know what, we're not going to have the same year this year that we did in 2013, and they haven't so far at this first event as they're playing in the finals. Now, on the flip side, Omaha Vicious, they haven't won a pro tournament ever, and they never made it to the finals. So this is a huge accomplishment in and of itself for them, but they're not going to be okay with that. They want this victory. They know they're totally capable of it. They are winning this game right now. Let's check out a replay. So you're looking at Zach Wake stuck in that back bunker, and here comes Colby, and they trade out. Wow, man, it doesn't get any closer than that.
No, not at all.
Especially,
that just shows the level.
Yeah. And I think Colby knew that Infamous was coming out of the box quick.
So he was pushing the action.
Like, hey, if anything's going to happen, I'm going to trade.
Yeah.
And he got it.
Yeah, no, it's great. We're seeing awesome paintball here in this final match. Of course, we're going to see awesome paintball from these guys, though. You're looking at the 2 best teams in paintball currently because, again, you're only as good as your last tournament. So, you know, and it really bears repeating. Yes, it's very fascinating, all the history behind these teams across the board in the league, but ultimately, you got 5 chances a year to prove yourself here against the best in the PSP, and that's what this league is all about. Giving the best teams a place to play paintball, and that's why PBA exists, is to bring you guys, you know, all of this action so you can learn from and be entertained by the best in the business. And you can see a very determined crew out for Los Angeles Infamous. It's also interesting to me all the time when you get in these situations is for the final game, you're only going to see what the players that the teams feel most confident in, who they feel is playing the best right now. So you don't even really need to ask them because they're showing you. They don't need to tell you. They're showing you.
And each event, you're going to see a different 5.
Yeah.
Like this next MAO, you'll see a different 5 or a different 4.
There's a couple consistent guys for every team, but there's a couple different guys that get out there. Like Parker Rosenthal is just dominating people so far at this event. But Parker's sitting in the box waiting to get out, so Infamous able to get their player out of the box. Look at this, though. Infamous has a player all the way up in the center.
I hate when somebody stands at me too long like that.
Yeah, he's just creeping on him. He's out here. Let's see if Vicious gets out of the box here.
Well, they get Colby into the snake, and here comes Brad McCurley. He makes his move into the snake, and here comes a snake battle about to go down. The center 50 is hot for Omaha Vicious.
And Colby knows he's there. Let's hear it.
Here it comes down. Center 50 battle. Is it going to be McCurley or Colby? McCurley and then Colby.
Colby! Oh, but gets shot down the wire.
As soon as he's put a few out of him, he needs to drop back down.
Well, it's tough, man. That's such a hard spot. Both those back bunkers are hot. Zach Wake was able to get a shot on Zach Sherman. And then on the flip side, I think that in the back corner bunker is Parker Rosenthal. No, it's Shane Colby actually in the back. That was Zach Sherman in the snake.
Shane Colby getting shot as you called his number,
That was Zach Sherman in the snake. Shane Colby just got shot out of the back bunker.
I agree with that move. I mean, Zach Sherman's on fire.
Yeah, Zach Sherman, man, such a great player for Omaha Vicious. But now Brad McCurley, the only player left alive on the snake side for either team. He's still alive, but he's way in the back. And there's Damian Ryan hunting in the center. You can see Damian Ryan working every bit of that bunker, trying to look underneath the A and get a shot on that center bunker for Vicious. Trevor Reeser's in there.
And what did I say about earlier? I said, I want to see Damian Ryan up the center, in the front, get up there. That is where he belongs. He doesn't belong in the back. Real simple.
And he's up there right now, Chris. Damian Ryan, 4 confirmed kills for him so far in this matchup. 2 players left alive for Omaha Vicious. They still have, guys, 10 in this fast layout with these 2 evenly matched teams. We almost have had 10 minutes of game time go down, and it's still 1-0.
1-0. Who would have guessed that?
And who would have also thought that a 1-0 game would be this entertaining?
That is so true.
As we see
Matty.
that Trevor Reeser's walking off for Vicious, so it's now Damian Ryan starting to put some moves there in the middle there.
And here comes Zach Wake down the snake. You see him, Damian Ryan, on your left-hand screen. And there goes another player. Here they come. The Infamous going to tie it up. If the flag hang is clean, 3 players alive. Zach Wake on your screen.
So a renewed player is Zach Wake, man. I got a chance to do a podcast with him. Check out the Real Deal podcast on Paintball Access, and we had good long conversation about his history and his mindset right now. And he's really proven that he's a reformed man out here this weekend. He really stepped up this weekend.
And I had a conversation with him, Matty, and just his demeanor, the way he comes off. Hey, how you doing? Is this personality? I mean, I was very impressed by the way he's coming off, and I'm happy with the way he's coming.
Yeah, so we got ourselves a tie game. It's going to be 1-1, 10 minutes and 17 seconds to go. We'll be right back after this. So let's check out this replay as we head back. Before we head back to the action, Omaha Vicious taking the field. So the score is 1-1, and this was Zach Sherman, Omaha Vicious on your right, and Brad McCurley for Los Angeles Infamous on your left. So Sherman hears the gun, and he's like, all right, well, there's a guy in front of me, and he needs to die. So he gets up and takes him down, but Zach Wake gets a shot on him. So nice job by Zach Wake to be dominant down that sideline. When you have a back player behind you, you need to count on him that, okay, I'm putting myself out there, man. I'm way up here. I'm in the 50-yard line. I have to trust you that you have my back. He wasn't able to get him before he shot him, but he definitely did get that kill right afterwards.
He did his job. He did what a back player's supposed to do.
Exactly.
I'm going to be up here risking my life. At least cover me.
And that is not a spot that Zach Wake has been known to play well.
No, like,
his forte is being in the snake. But still, that's just another sign of his evolution. We'll see if he can continue to play well. He's going to need to if Vicious wants to win this match. It's all tied up at 1 apiece.
Here we go. LA Ironman, that's number 23, Zach Wake, that pulled that last one out on your screen right now. 5 alive, unbelievably. Number 8, Shane Colby going to work. Going to bed, actually.
Yeah, Shane Colby walking off early. So 4 players left alive for Vicious. It's Sherman, Rosenthal, Reeser, and Borromeo. And Nicky Cuba, Bornstein, Avila, Zach Wake, and Corey Bornstein on the field right now for Los Angeles Infamous. 9 minutes and 46 seconds to go. But uh-oh, here goes Parker Rosenthal. He takes the walk. That's not going to be good for Vicious. And I think they might have lost their back corner bunker on the D side, too. So it looks like 2 or 3 players left alive for Vicious. It's just 2, yeah, so just 2 players. It's Reeser and Sherman as they are in the back corner bunker on the snake side, and also stand-up temple in the center. And look at Zach Wake air bunkers the 50-yard line.
If he looks left, he'll blow the back off. Oh, there's a look.
Nice job by Zach Wake.
Unbelievable.
He got lucky that Reeser didn't look that way, but regardless, hey, I'd rather be lucky than good any day. And here comes Zach Wake.
Oh, Zach Wake gets shot, but he trades out, Matty.
Yeah, he did. So, man, Zach Wake continuing to play very well for Omaha Vicious. Cleared out the last couple players. So Zach Wake did his damage and walks off. And I think Infamous does not know the count because there's still 4 players left alive for them. So good job by Zach Wake. 7 confirmed kills for Zach Wake in this matchup so far. Really having an amazing transformational experience for him in pro paintball. You know, he got cut from San Antonio X Factor last year. And and honestly, guys had to go to bat for him to get him back onto Infamous. It was kind of a leap of faith for them because he'd been hard to work with in the past. He'd had problems with penalties. And now all of a sudden he's in the finals and shooting 7 guys so far. It's 2-1 is the score.
Well, I can attest to that. I mean, I played with him, against him. I played against him in X Factor. I played with him on Infamous. He was a lot to handle back in the day, but he is, like I said, he's reformed, man. I'm very happy.
But guys, that is just another example of why paintball is good for you.
Yeah.
You're challenged. You're forced to take a look at your deficiencies as a person and as a player, and work on them slowly but surely. If you take a very acute look at it, it's possible. Zach Wake's proving it right now. And Infamous is in the lead. 2-1 is the score. We'll be right back after this.
Ever wonder why you feel so great after purchasing from buypbl.com? We stock and test only the best to be sold directly to you. And once our team of experts deems that your order is complete, it gets the stamp. Once your order is packed, our team of shippers will get you your goods fast. Ooh, yeah. Never have a bad shopping experience again. Shop at buypbl.com. Feel free, alive, and incredibly rich.
The wind is starting to pick up here at Cousins Paintball, and it is very, very cold. These players, it's in the low 40s here, 43 last time I checked. And let's check out this replay. Here's Zach Wake, bottom portion of your screen. And Zach Wake was already able to get that shot cross field on Trevor Reeser, and then he's going to trade out. Did he even get shot? I don't even think he got shot, actually. I saw him do a little. He did
Zach?
Wake.
He got shot in top of the helmet.
And if he didn't, he wasn't going to take a chance anyways. I'm walking. I'm out.
I don't care. I'm out of here.
I don't want to jinx him, but Wake has not got a penalty yet at this event.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Redbird of death.
Well, he's not out here on this penalty.
Somebody will get one.
He's safe at this point.
Well, he is, but what about the rest of his team? On the breakout, right-hand side, Infamous, left-hand, Vicious, 2-1 in favor of LA Infamous.
Look at this, both Infamous and Vicious right to the 50 snake on the break. It's about to go down here.
Oh, yes it is. Here it goes. 50 snake and a bloodbath in that center, and it looks like there was a penalty on Omaha Vicious.
That was a major penalty. Oh, major penalty. Major everywhere.
Well, boys, let's figure out what's going on here. It looks like a major on both teams. I'm not quite sure yet. There was another penalty in the center of the field, so incredibly chaotic point right here. I don't know. What do you think?
I think, Maddie, I think you caused that problem, to be honest with you. I'm just saying.
Chris is pointing at Matt.
Hey, Zach Wake did not play this point.
He did.
I said it doesn't matter. You still called it out.
It was the other Zach Patient. He's the one that got the penalty.
So you half did it. So let me look and see. Infamous, though, out of the dust clearing, we have Drew Templeton coming to hang the flag out of all of that. Wow.
Wow. So the paintball apocalypse happens in that point, and Drew Templeton left alive, and it looks like he is going to take that point for his team, and the referees are going to converge, it looks like, to have a little meeting.
Look at this right here, Maddie. Here's the start. There's already a penalty thrown here. Here comes the other penalty.
Yeah, if bottom left or top left-hand portion of the screen, you can see Infamous in the box, or I'm sorry, Vicious in the box, and then they come out and just start blazing each other, and the referees kind of look at each other and they point at. I think it was on Vicious. That's 2 penalties for Vicious.
No, I think.
No, it's not.
No, what they did was this. I think they threw. No, they both threw the flag on the same person. They both threw the flag on Zach Patient.
Okay.
Because there's only 2 penalties. The earlier one was thrown on Vicious. Let's listen in real quick, actually.
Parental advisory. It's the finals.
Who's this? AC, is this your rag? Or tell Zach Patient he's dead. Here, take it off my back. Take it off my back. Here.
Hey, Big Trav, where?
So Infamous, very
focused. I don't have our timeout.
I didn't know if you wanted me to. I mean, we had 20 more seconds than they did.
I want you to Chicago inside. No, that's fine.
You stay too much inside once we get the fucking G's.
Yeah. Hey, once you guys dice that.
Yeah, so Infamous very focused right now. 3-1 is the score, and after that, the first point that Omaha Vicious put on the board in really long points. I mean, we only had really one score after that no point in 10 minutes. But in the past couple minutes, we've seen points put on the board by Los Angeles Infamous, but Zach Patient got a major penalty. Drew Templeton left alive, though, in the chaos to hang that flag. 3-1. Man. This is gonna get crazy because Vicious, they really want this win. They've never had this opportunity before. They've never been put into this situation this deep into the tournament. And Infamous is trying to drag them into the deep water right now to see, and we're gonna get to watch and see what happens.
Absolutely. I mean, so yeah, what happened when the refs threw 2 flags, but they're on the same penalty. That was on Zach Patient. He was definitely hit first. But God, what a bloodbath!
And is that all that's going down? We're looking in the background. There's flags flying in the background.
It's the finals, though. Things are going to get crazy. These teams want it so bad, man. I mean, Infamous spent the entire offseason just doing 2 days in the gym, driving hours in the snow to try to find indoors to play at because, most of those guys live in the Midwest and also up in the Chicago or Detroit area. So it's tough for them. And it looks like we got a little second for a commercial. We'll be right back after this. So we would like to thank the people that have helped us out here. Trying to keep the dream alive, PB Nation. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's a paintball party right there. Got the webcast up in the bar. Love it. David Copeland, nice job. So, yeah, man. So the finals are going down here. 3-1 is the score. We thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for your support, and continue to help us preach the paintball gospel, man. It's such an amazing experience, and, the stories that are going down right now, years in the making, between with all the players that are on these 2 teams here. I mean, this would be such a huge win for Vicious and for their franchise if they could finally get that pro win. But also, it's a breath of fresh air for them. They had a lot of hard practices actually past 3 weekends, and they fought through those, and now here they are with the chance to win this. There's still enough time for them to come back, but can they do it? We're about to find out. Penalties on both teams still, though. Minute 9 on one, minute 27 on the other.
Oh, another minor penalty, Matty.
And it's
Minor penalty. Damian Ryan at the right side of the A, and Shane Colby's at the 50 snake for Vicious. So chaos is happening again.
Oh, and Vicious is starting to lose it here.
Yes,
Penalty,
yeah,
and body's dying, and then here comes the hammer getting dropped on Shane Colby. Brad McCurley is like, man, we're so close. I can taste the win again. Brad McCurley had such a heroic performance in 2012, which was really kind of catapulted him into top-level player status when he shot 4 Russian Legion players in sudden death overtime in Chicago to help Infamous win the tournament. And so he finished that point off there in nice fashion. So 4-1 is the score. Omaha Vicious has got to suck it up here, man. They got to stop getting penalties. They need to get their guys out of the box. They need to get a good, clean break, Rab.
A clean break. 5-on-3 now. I don't know how you're going to get a clean break.
It's tough. If they get their 3 guys out and stay alive and at least get maybe for, what are we talking about? 48 seconds on one and 54 seconds on the other. So it is possible to find 3 spots, but they've got to focus right now. I know a lot of it is going to come down to how well does Infamous shoot those shots off the break, and you're looking at 5 guns.
It's actually 4, my bad, because Infamous is still in the major as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
106 because it's Poles blocking.
So they're looking at only 4 guns. Right. So it's going to be 3-on-4 to start this next point.
Hold off for 48 seconds, get a guy back out,
even it up. It's totally possible. We've seen it before. Let's check out this replay here. So you're looking at Shane Colby in the snake, almost the last player left alive here. And so Shane Colby is in the snake, and I think he's about to get run through by Brad McCurley. There's still a player left alive for Vicious, and there's Vicious. Maybe this is the penalty. No, that's... Yeah, so he gets shot out trying to get across field, and then here comes Brad McCurley. As soon as he saw that body drop, so good job, heads-up play by Brad McCurley, realizing penalties were on the clock, and more of them against the other team than on him, on their team. So he wanted to finish that out as quick as possible, try to keep as much time on those penalties as he possibly could. So solid work again by Brad McCurley. 4 confirmed kills for him. Let's check in with Lauren on the sidelines.
As you guys can tell, it's a bit of a mess down here with penalties. Before the last point that was just played, the refs were talking because there should have been penalties for playing on, spinning, and splitting a bunker. The refs were going up to the tower to tell them that Infamous and Vicious both needed a fresh penalty, and they needed to add 25 seconds to the already 25 penalty that they had. Unfortunately, the points started before they could get there, so now we're on hold so they can sort it all out. They need to figure out how much time they need to put on these penalties moving into the next point, so it might be a few minutes before we get another update.
So here we go. Callie Rudolph taking the field for Los Angeles Infamous. The score, 4-1. 7 minutes and 13 seconds to go. 2 penalties on Vicious. And while we have a little second here, while the refs sort things out, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. So we're back checking out on the field here, Brad McCurley. Nice work from him that last point. We're going to need more of it for him, though, because this game is not over yet. Omaha Vicious really, really, really wants this win, man. They've been this close ever. We'd like to send a special thanks to the platinum sponsors of the PSP. If it wasn't for these people, man, you wouldn't get to see all of the cool stuff that you guys, and we wouldn't have tournament paintball at this level. People need to understand that. Nothing happens without money. Nothing happens without support. That's how the world works. It's how things rotate in this incarnation on planet Earth. So thank you to Empire Paintball, Dye, Precision, GI Sports Paintball, HK Army, DLX, and Planet Eclipse. And a special shout out to all the people that have been supporting the webcast, man. It is so crucial for our trajectory forward that we gather the collective strength so we can actually try to make the dream a reality of keeping this thing going, keeping paintballs pushed towards the mainstream, keeping statistics alive, fantasy paintball, all the things that people have been begging for years. We finally have them. It's up to you to keep it going.
You know, with that said, and I got to tell a story, because when my nieces and nephews wanted something for Christmas and stuff, you know, I'm like, you know what can I get them? And they're younger kids, and they always look up to me playing paintball. They see me in the webcast, see me playing paintball. So what I do, I went out to JT Splatmaster, and I said, hey, look, I got four, my sister has 4 kids. Thank God, saves me the trouble. However, she has 4 kids. Raymond James, you know one of them.
Yep.
And I'm like, let's get these guys JT Splatmasters. I got these kids these gifts. They unwrapped them. They were ecstatic. They start playing with them. And if you want your younger kid that don't want to really get them to commit them to paintball totally, go to jtsplatmaster.com, and that's the way to go.
I totally agree, man. I've seen the JT Splatmaster in action. I think it's a huge product for the future of the sport because it gets kids into the game. And, you know, 10-year-old kids, it's tough to have them play 68 caliber paintball, but you can get them in with those, and you addict them early and realize that, and well, not only that, but just let them know, hey, this is a lot of fun. And then they realize also the game itself, the sport itself. And can you imagine how good kids are going to be?
Oh,
like,
man.
God, I wish I found it when I was 10. We were shooting each other with BB guns and stuff out in the woods.
I agree 100%, man.
Yeah.
So thank you very much to JT Splatmaster for helping me out with that.
Yeah,
for sure.
and all the big sponsors. So let's check in again with Lauren. I think she has got another update for us.
Things are still being sorted by the refs here on the sidelines, but just wanted to clarify, Vicious got penalties for splitting the bunkers and playing on. The spinning penalty was on Infamous. The penalty for splitting the bunker is being argued right now, so we're seeing if that's going to be kept on the board. I will keep you updated. It's still being figured out.
Well, I can totally understand why they're arguing their case. This is the finals, and there's a lot at stake. So it's, you know, pretty crucial that that everything tries to get figured out here, and that you have as many bodies on the field as possible. You kind of need a lot of bodies to play the game. The more the better. And you have a possibility of getting 5. So if Vicious can only send out 3 guys, it's really going to hurt their chances. It looks like Infamous is going to be starting with 4. So, but we will see here as, you know, it just continues to get colder here outside of Dallas.
So the longer they keep arguing down there, the colder we stay up here.
Well, that's good for the paintballs, right?
Yeah,
Steve?
it's great. It's great for the paintballs. I'm sure both teams are happy about that right now.
Yeah. So as they're trying to sort this out, what are you guys seeing that's working for Vicious? What do you see that's working for Infamous?
Infamous right now, with Damian Ryan especially, they're playing him in the middle of the field right now, and that's like Chris said, he's an attacker. Use him that way, and Zach Wake is playing the snake corner and living, and he's doing work over here.
Yeah.
On the Vicious side, Shane Colby has been doing what he's been doing the whole tournament, getting the snake, making things happen, just giving out lumps, taking lumps, and that's what he's been doing, and that's what they need to continue on. And Parker Rosenthal is just killing it as well.
I agree with everything you just said. Let's look at the game matchups here. Infamous and Vicious on paper. You got to give it to Infamous, man, as far as what they've done in the past. I mean, last year, 7th overall, but Vicious, they always stayed in the Champions Division. Vicious back and forth between the Champs and Challengers Division. But, man, such a good learning experience for them. It was very hard. It was very humbling. But they emerged out of it a much stronger team. They had some brutal practices leading up to this event, but they persevered. They're in the finals right now. They're only down by 2 points. They could totally come back and potentially win this. But, you know, when you're looking at attacking, defending, finishing, and clutch, slight edge has got to go to Infamous. Though today's performance alone, the smackdown that Vicious put on San Antonio X Factor before the comeback, but they still won. They still won. And then on the flip side, Dynasty and Infamous, they played a much closer game, a much lower scoring game, and it was much more hotly contested throughout the entire length of the match. But still, so we're still in this technical timeout. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, man. You're not going to want to miss this one. Looking back in the pits here, Nikki Cuba and the rest of the boys from Infamous shaking their heads. They're up points right now. And on the board, it says 3-1. So they're still trying to figure it out and try to get this next point rolling here. It's always got to be some sort of chaos. Let's also, man, hey, while we're here, while we're talking about it, don't forget to sign up for the Mid-Atlantic Open. 2nd through the 4th of May at OXCC Paintball Park. It's Rick Carver's Field in Chesapeake City, Maryland. Go to pspevents.com. Get your team in the fight. This particular event had over 170 teams, which is the biggest event that any tournament has had other than the World Cup, I think, ever, which is pretty impressive. But that just shows you the strength, how many people want to see how far they could take the paintball journey, man. Any level of play, there's tons of different plays levels of play in the PSP, all the way down to Division 4. We watched them play today and saw those winners, and man, such an amazing job by those divisional teams. And Texas is representing, and man, they're doing really well. So let's check out the top killers here in this event. Just if you're talking about, these aren't necessarily ranked. This isn't the 1 through 5 overall. This is just pure killing ability, metaphorically, of course. Archie Montemayor, number 1. 52 confirmed kills and 47 points. Completely ridiculous stats for Archie Montemayor. Colt Roberts, number 2, with 48. Those guys were just going to town. Those guys are widely considered the best players ever to come out of Texas, and it depends on who your favorite is as far as the best one ever. But not only that, but they're some of the best players in the world if you're putting up stats like that against, you know, these really top teams. Damian Ryan, 42 for him. That does include this match here. Jacob Edwards, 39 confirmed kills for him. He was having a really good tournament for Damage, though Damage really struggled. But they were able to persevere and maintain.
Talk about a game.
Yeah,
crazy game.
Damage played Houston Heat this morning in one of the most interesting games I've seen in a while. But they were able to maintain their Champions League spot by defeating Houston Heat. So Houston Heat has to go down to the Challengers Division for the next event. Zach Sherman, 38 confirmed kills for him. And like we were talking about, you know, how well Zach Sherman had been playing. Just such a good job, and Zach Sherman continues to play well for Omaha Vicious. Zach Sherman, 4 confirmed kills, and strangely enough, he's the confirmed kill leader for Omaha Vicious. So they're still trying to figure it out there. Hopefully we can get this thing rolling here pretty soon. Wow, what a great tournament though, Rab.
It's been a great tournament in all the divisions. It's just been, other than this crazy cold front that came in today, I think it's been a great event. Like you said, over 180 teams.
Oh, over 170.
Yeah.
I think it was like 172, not quite sure at the very last minute. But there's Damian Ryan right there. You know, he was such a beast last year. Everyone expected him to come in, contend for the Top Gun title this year. Lots of events still to play, so we'll have to see how he does. But yeah, man, Damian Ryan and the rest of the crew from Omaha Vicious. I guess the last point, yeah, because we were up here talking, Rab, about how we thought it was 4-1, but I guess that last point is going to be null and void, so it's going to be 3-1, which is making Infamous probably not very happy.
And Mad Infamous is not a good thing. I mean, I've been on that side of the field, and when I get mad, I play way better. I mean, so
some players play better mad, some don't though. It can kind of eat at you a little bit for some people, but Damian Ryan's definitely one of those guys that can play mad.
I agree with you 100%. He's going to come out just blazing.
Chris, I would have to say, you played on this team, so did you do, Rab. I think that Infamous probably is a team that plays better mad.
I agree with you. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Okay, so we got one piece of information from over there. Let's see what else we got going on. I saw
there's a major 117 and 136. So
plus Infamous has an additional minor as well.
Yeah, so and we're looking at the roster or the line for Omaha Vicious, and Omaha Vicious proud to wear those red jerseys. You know, Vicious only brings those red jerseys out if they're able to make it to Sunday. The problem is that it's so tough to make Sunday because out of 10 teams, only the top 4 overall, but basically it's the top 2 from each bracket. So it looks like Infamous got a major for playing on, and Vicious got a major for spinning. And then there's another penalty on the board as well, too, for Omaha Vicious. It looks like a 1-minute minor. So
who's in the box for both teams? Let's see here.
Looks like Trevor Reeser and Callie Rudolph.
That's what it looks like, yep.
So these guys are just focused, man. It's tough. Anytime you have a long break like this,
it cools you down.
Well, it cools you down, but the question is who is been able to maintain their focus?
Yes.
Because all the momentum that was gained before is kind of lost a little bit unless you're able to just keep that inside you. You have to keep that fire burning. It's like, you know, when you're camping. I'm thinking of camping because it's so cold right now.
It's so cold.
So yeah. And it looks like they're the Vicious got a minor penalty for altering a bunker, aka splitting a bunker. Regardless, like, you know.
And what that is, that's this right here.
So you're not allowed to push a bunker out. Like, you're not allowed to actually physically take the bunker and move it. You have to play it as they lie. And I think that's what the penalty was for. But like I was saying, man, you know, as we're watching this replay go down, we saw
that's
this one
splitting
before.
a bunker right there, guys. That's what's called splitting a bunker. And what splitting? You go between the two and create yourself a path to shoot somebody else. And that's the right call.
It is.
It really is.
So that's interesting that the penalty was on Patient for spinning.
However,
but then Vicious also got the penalty because he, as we saw in the replay, he went in there and pushed that bunker in order to get the shot, and you're not allowed to do that. But like I was saying, campfire metaphor here, because it's so cold, but is that you got to keep that, you know, as the embers start to die down in your mind, you have to keep that momentum going. These guys have been standing around now for 10, 15 minutes. It's cold. They're thinking about what the next play is. They're looking at the score. You know, they're talking to their coaches, and you have to stay focused. It's very difficult to do.
If I was to take a guess, I'd guess Infamous is a little more focused and ready to go than Omaha Vicious is.
Well, they do have the lead, so that's always going to help.
Yeah.
It definitely helps.
And the crowd starts clapping.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Yeah, because we're getting going here. It definitely helps. It helps that during these long breaks and when the refs are trying to figure something out or there's a technical issue, if you have a lead, because then every time you look at the scoreboard, because you know you always keep checking the scoreboard.
That's right.
And if you look up there and you're like, okay, we still got a 2-point lead. And then you look back up, and then 40 seconds later, you're like, yeah, it's okay, we're still up there. But that's not much of a lead, man. 2 points on this layout.
Not out here. No way. Even a 5-point lead isn't a good lead on this field.
We've seen that today and yesterday.
Yep.
Friday.
I'm telling you, I don't ever sit down and relax until 7 points is on the board.
Not on this layout.
I'm going to do laps around this booth until there's 7 points up there. So right now we're going to start 3 on 4. Infamous with the upper hand and also the lead by 2 points. 7 minutes and 42 seconds left in this game.
And the clock is running now.
Yeah,
it's
clock's
20
running.
seconds, 19. So
who's going to be in the box for the teams? That's the question right now.
That's a good question. Looks like Colby and Reeser.
Yeah, Colby and Reeser for Omaha Vicious.
And Callie Rudolph for Infamous. Well, it's a good thing for Infamous, and Callie's a great player. But he has 1 confirmed kill right now, so if it was Wake or Ryan, might be a little bit different story. So here we go on the breakout. Vicious with 3 players. Can they get them out alive and try to suck some of the time off? And it looks like they do. Vicious able to make out all
Brad
3 bodies
McCurley
alive, and Brad McCurley comes off early, and so does Damian Ryan.
Wow.
This is a huge break for Omaha Vicious. Omaha Vicious has the chance to get back in this match right now. It's just Zach Wake and Corey Bornstein left alive for Vicious.
But what do you do right now, Steve? Do you sit back, let the penalty grind out, let them infiltrate, get out, and move down the field? Or do you go at them right now?
Well, I would wait till one of my players comes out first, and then I'd go full attack.
I agree 100% on that.
Because you still want to keep Infamous in that major, and the next point, like you said, 20% at the start of the game is important, especially on this field. So they need to start moving downfield a little bit and getting ready for their player to come out here, Chris.
And also, guys, those penalties clocks are ticking down. 7 seconds left on that penalty, so Vicious is going to get a body back right here. And that's going to be huge because that's going to make it 4 on 2 if he can make it out alive.
And he does. And who was that? Shane Colby coming to his side of the field.
Okay, so Infamous concedes the point. So as soon as it became 4 on 2, Infamous pretty smartly actually concedes the point, trying to maintain 17 seconds. But it was going to be really tough for the 2 to take out the 4. We've seen that a decent amount, though, at this event, but I can understand the call.
Well, think of this, because at the very worst, what's going to happen is this. If they ride it out in 17 seconds, it's going to be 5 on 2, and they're guaranteed to get the point. Yep. So you know what? Concede the point, keep 4 on 4, and then come out swinging. At least you're even for right now for 17 seconds. So you're right, Matty. That was a great call.
Yeah, there's Nicky Cuba. Not getting a ton of playing time in the finals here, but he played great all event long. 18 points played, 15 confirmed kills for him. The kill-to-death ratio is pretty solid. You know, that's good, man. And Nicky Cuba came in this event jacked and looking fast.
And I was talking to him yesterday, and he said, hey, I haven't been playing that well. Other guys are really playing well, and it's their time right now. And I don't care as long as we get to the finals.
Well, and I wouldn't even say it. I'm not just saying it because I'm Nicky Cuba's buddy, but we watched him play some really good paintball out there. But there's other guys out there that are playing a little bit better than him.
Exactly. That's what he said.
Yeah. And then so that. But that's a veteran move.
And he's a realist. He's like, you know what? You're playing better than me. Go roll out. And I went to go shake his hand, like you said. I'm like, hey, Nicky, congratulations on the new baby. Blah blah blah. Shook his hand. It's like grabbing onto a vice grip.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
He's running about 220. Stacked right now.
Yeah. So, but congratulations. I mean, and he's a realist, like you said. Hey, I'm not playing well. I was never very good at that.
No, you were terrible.
No, you were definitely.
There's plenty of times when we both have to agree and say, man, Chris, you need to sit. And you're like, no, I'm on the field. I'm Chris DeSoya.
I will defend Chris a little bit. When you got a guy like Chris on your team, it's almost like I don't even care if you got your head blown off 3 or 4 times. I kind of still want you on the field regardless.
The odds are he's gonna go do something
Maddie.
crazy. Yeah. Go get something done.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I'm gonna shoot somebody.
It's like that horse. Well, he won like 5 races in a row. He's been kind of having a bad go of it the past 4 races.
Wait, why you need a horse reference? What's up with that?
Might have something. I'm just gonna let you make your own conjectures there.
I see. Anyway, but as it's game right now, 3-2, Maddie. 3-2.
Yeah, so it's 3-2. We got ourselves a 1-point game, and you are not going to want to miss the conclusion of this. 6 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Still penalties on the clock for both teams, so they'll start with 4. We'll be right back after this. All right, so here we go. We're looking at Los Angeles Infamous in the pits. We got ourselves a 1-point game right now. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Chris Lasoya and Steve Rabikoff. We are bundled up because it has been freezing all day. This is the last game of the day. We've been up here for about 8 hours, and it has not got above about 45 degrees all day long.
On the ground.
Yeah. On the ground. So, but regardless, man, I'm
having a great time.
I'm having a great time. I'm freezing. I'm having a great time.
I love
watching these games, especially when you get games like this. This game has been super intense. And right now, it's still within Vicious's grasp, potentially, if they can get back, score another point, and tie it up here against Los Angeles Infamous. Infamous is not going to want to let that happen. Both of these teams are starting with 4 bodies. Chris, what do you think is going to happen here in this next point?
Well, I mean, it was smart by Infamous to concede the point. Why? Because they're still going to be 4-on-4. They could have rode it out and let some guy come out of the box and then be 5-on-4. However, now I think Damien's going to go up the middle. Please go up the middle. And I think Infamous is going to kind of prevail on this right here.
Here he goes, right to the tower right in the middle.
4-on-4, everybody gets out alive, Maddie. But look at number 11, clean.
Yeah, so 4-on-4, both teams playing pretty stout paintball right now in this point. And here comes Omaha Vicious. They are able to get out that last player that they've been waiting for, but they lose. I think that's number 11. Alexander Borromeo, so the rookie on their team, he's walking off here. So here comes Brad McCurley in the snake. You're looking at, and there's the player, Kevin Cali Rudolph, and he comes out towards the snake side to back up.
And he makes it. Oh, wow.
Oh, look at this. So right now, Brad McCurley has been able to get a kill out of that 50-yard line snake. So Infamous is in the driver's seat. They have a 2-body advantage, and Cali Rudolph was able to make it out from that penalty. And so here we go. And it wasn't Cali's penalty.
Takes out Brian Bordeaux as well just now. So Brad McCurley's just doing work over here on the snake side.
And
here comes Cali Rudolph. About to drop the hammer.
What was he looking at? He walked right by him, and he didn't even shoot him.
Well, he ran right by Sherman. Sherman didn't even raise his
he
gun
didn't
up.
even move. It was like he was frozen in time.
Nice move by Cali Rudolph.
No, that was great.
Rudolph.
Hey, good hands off to Infamous. I mean, that was a great play they called. They got the G's in the break, consolidated their efforts, and then actually got the player out of the box, 5 alive, and they were in trouble.
Yeah, Cali Rudolph able to get out of the box and get it done and run down that last player. So Infamous is going to go up another point here, 4-2, which is going to make it a little bit harder for Vicious to get back in this match. They still have 5 minutes and 42 seconds to go, though. Let's check out this replay here.
And look at Sherman. Nobody knows. He's like, Where'd who go?
Well, no, I think Sherman might have been head checking. Yeah,
Oh, he was.
Yeah,
No, he was head checking.
Yeah, Sherman was head. He has gunned up. So from up here, it looked like that he just didn't see a guy running right past him. But if you rewind it back,
Because when you look,
Yeah.
it looks like he's looking right
No,
towards
he
Kevin.
I saw
he's
you-
head checking
you can
towards
see
the
him.
D side, guys.
No, he
Like-
was definitely looking the other way.
Yeah.
But it's just funny that Kevin didn't shoot him first of all, and then Kevin turns around and is like, "What's going on?"
Well, very rarely do you see that happen, where both the guy running past him and then the person in the bunker do not see each other.
And wow.
What do I do?
Well, they
Kelly.
it's like they kind of both looked at each other like, oh my God, how did we let that happen?
To this day,
Yeah.
and I got to give credit where credit's due. To this day, I have never been bunkered as bad as I got bunkered one time at practice by Kevin Caldy-Ruoff.
When he was
And
coming up, when he was
was-
like
and was
16.
that
Yes,
DC
DC
devastation?
devastation. I
Yeah.
still to this day want to kick his.
I played with Callie on Excessive, and we played a
remember
World
that
Cup.
practice.
We took second at World Cup. We lost the Dynasty. Me and Callie played on the same side together, and he was tearing people apart. And he was like 17
He's
years old. at the
he's
time.
gangster, man. He's gangster. Good kid too.
Brought him up with DC devastation, so I'm excited for him to get this win.
Yeah, so here we go, boys. This is it. We're in the finals, and here comes Los Angeles infamous Nikki Cuba runs up to the center.
Look at
and he
Nikki
just-
Cuba.
Yeah, Nikki Cuba. No one stopped him yet.
Oh,
and then he
no,
got picked
somebody
up.
got stopped.
I think Nikki Cuba thought that the center was hot, and that's why he ran through that aggressively. I don't think he was able to get anybody. And look at this big move made on the D side by Trevor Reeser. And then you're looking at the back line for Omaha Vicious right now. They got to back up Trevor Reeser. Reeser is in a really good spot right now. No one knows he's there. Here comes Trevor Reeser.
Oh, look at that move. As you called it, Maddie. Good call, Maddie Marshall. Trevor Reeser going to work.
Yeah, Trevor Reeser clocked in over there on the D side of the field. No one saw him, and he was able to get a couple quick kills. And now we got ourselves a 1-point game again with 4 minutes and about 50 seconds to go.
What a good point. I mean, you called that right there, Maddie Marshall. Trevor Reeser making the move out to the 50. Dorito, nobody saw him go out there, but eventually there's two people that saw him.
Hey, that's what it's going to take, though, because now Omaha Vicious down some points. That's the question. If I was Tom Martinez, I'd turn around and be like, all right, boys, we're in the finals. Who wants to win this tournament? We're down 2. I want guys out here. I want 5 guys that want to win the tournament. Let's check out the replay here. So you're looking at, there comes, that's Trevor Reeser. Trevor Reeser digging from the center temple all the way. I didn't realize he came from the center temple. And he gets to that 50-yard line. And then there's Reeser's stats, 29 kills, 47 points played. And Reeser there, look at it. Infamous has no idea. They think he's still at that stand-up temple. All of a sudden, bam, they start getting shot in the pack and the backs. And then nice job.
What a great move, man. I've been called the name.
This match is
great.
Amazing, man. These guys, both teams are just duking it out there.
There's no match this weekend that I haven't actually think's amazing.
Yeah, even some of the games that there was only about 2 blowouts that we saw. There was like 2, maybe 2.5.
And I can't say that about most tournaments, but this tournament has been like, wow.
I think this layout.
It's this layout. Yeah, a lot of people when they first saw the layout, they're like, ooh, I don't know. That's
I
kind
was
of
the same. I was the same
like,
way.
ooh, crazy snake. I don't know what to think about this. But then like, oh, the points might be so fast, too
love the
fast.
snake.
Yeah, I was the same way, Maddie. I walked the field. I'm like, wow, man, I don't know, but I'm stoked about this right here.
Yeah, this is a really good layout, and we've seen a lot of awesome games, and only 2 stalemates, or not only 2 games that went to time. 2 games out of 36 games. They were in the 36th game right now in 3 days.
All right, it's officially now. The coldest has been all day. Just happened. Just now. That breeze just went,
right now.
Just right now. I'm done. It defeated me.
No, you can't leave yet, man. The game's not over. I know you're gonna want to watch to see how this ends.
All right, let's do this.
Can Vicious make paintball history and win their first tournament and become one of that's such a rare thing to win a pro PSP event?
And here's Shane Colby at the 50. Infamous is at the 50. So here we go again, guys. We're at the 50.
Don't split the bunkers, guys. Shane Colby.
And then Vicious trying to dig out.
Oh,
right through the crack.
what is he doing?
Well, Colby gets shot out of there, so now it's Brad McCur. No, I'm sorry, Zach Wake. Zach Wake
Zach
back in
Wake
the
going
thing.
to work,
And
Maddie.
Zach Wake is having a tournament right now, man. Zach Wake, this could be his redemptive moment right here. If Zach Wake gets a couple more kills, and he does, so here comes Los Angeles Infamous. They are now 2 points away from taking this win here at the 2014 PSP Dallas Open. Man, Zach Wake is on fire.
Karma.
8 confirmed kills, Chris, for him.
I'm telling you, like I said it before, I got cut off a little bit because the game started, but I'm telling you, That kid, I used to want to strangle that kid. And but he's a phenomenal player. He always has been.
He always has had the
He's always
talent.
his own worst enemy.
But his person, yeah, exactly. Good, well said, man. Well,
But not like here at this event, he's just turned it around, and man, good for him.
You know, but the whole Infamous team is just amazing right now. They've been grinding and grinding, and they deserve what's going on right now. You know, Todd's got to pick it up a little bit on his side of the field.
Yeah, Vicious starting to struggle a little bit here. They just got to keep it close, man. And the tough thing, though, well, still 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in this game. So they definitely have a chance. This layout plays very fast. Obviously, if you've been watching all weekend, you know that. And they totally could come back, man. They're only down 2. They are only down 2 points. They just need to focus here and go back to what has been working. You're looking at the pits right now for Omaha Vicious. Vicious got here because they were able to really thrive off the break. They were able to, shoot lots of players off the break and then get out to their spots, and they were very aggressive in doing so. So they got to go back to that. So we'd also like to thank everyone out there supporting us.
Right, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
oh, look at that. Look at all those. Look at, he's got the Munoz. He's got a Paxton
Sherman
jersey. And he's got Sherman had a great event. Yeah, so again, thank you guys for your support. That's a pretty good little paintball wall right there. I got an Aussie jersey collection too.
I think you have one of mine.
I have one of yours.
I actually don't have one of yours, Chris.
Okay, I'll get you one.
I got 4 of them if you want them. But I've been
Steal them
using,
out of your bag,
I've been using,
probably.
I use them for dart play. I do have one of your Iron Man ones.
Nice.
Dude, you know what? You'd be surprised how many jerseys we have. Look, on the breakout, big point right now for Omaha Vicious on your left, Infamous on your right.
So on the breakout here, LA Infamous, 5 strong. Vicious, look at this. Vicious goes all the way up to the center off the break. I think that's Zach Sherman up there. No, it's Trevor Reeser. Trevor Reeser up in the center, and he launches. Trevor Reeser's about to have
get blown to pieces.
Ooh, he got caught, though.
Hey, and as I said, they're going to be looking for those middle moves, and exactly like I said, these pro teams are going to be looking inside because they have to.
They gave it a shot, but Drew Templeton dies out of his bunker over there on the D side, and that spot is immediately filled. There goes Vicious. I'm sorry, there goes Infamous making his move into D1. I think that's Callie Rudolph. And so 4 bodies alive for both teams, but first to the snake, 50 is Shane Colby. And let's see if Colby can shoot.
Oh, nice shot.
He spinal taps Damian Ryan in that stand-up right there. But here comes Vicious making their move. But he gets taken out.
Oh,
craziness is happening on the D side. Callie Rudolph gets shot as well, too. So I think that side is completely blown open. Lots of bodies dropping from over there.
Looks like 2 on 2.
2 on 2 right now.
So it's Zach Wake and Brad McCurley, and they are in the back bunkers over here on the snake side. You're looking at Brad McCurley on your screen. Still in the snake for Vicious is Shane Colby. He has Zach Sherman behind him. So all the players for both teams, the 2 for each, they are on the snake side right now. Brad McCurley's trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
You know, if I want to be in the field, I want Zach Sherman. I guarantee that. And if I'm on Infamous, I want Bradley McCurley. So this is going to be another long drawn-out point. However, Infamous in the driver's seat, they can just sit there for 2 minutes. They don't care.
Well, Zach Wake was the one that picked up Trevor Reeser trying to run through, and then he shot Parker Rosenthal. So Zach Wake has cracked double digits in kills. 11 confirmed kills for Zach Wake. That's the man on your screen right here in the back left corner. And then he is just going to have to try to maintain this lead. Here's the thing.
Oh, right in the head.
It's number 12.
Was that Zach Wake that got that shot?
No, I think it was Brad McCurley that shot him.
We're going to find out here shortly as Shane Colby comes off. And Vicious is forced to concede the point because that was going to make it a 2-on-1.
Zach Wake did get that shot, Matty.
Zach Wake, 3-pack, 3 confirmed kills for Zach. Zach is completely on fire right now, man. 12 for him overall just in this game alone. Some guys don't get 12 confirmed kills in a tournament, and Zach just got 12 in one game, and there's still 2 minutes and 16 seconds to play. I would absolutely let Zach play the rest of this game, man. Let's just ride this kid. 27 kills, there it is right there. And such an awesome story of redemption, man. I did, like I said, did before earlier, but in case you didn't hear me, I did a podcast with him. Check it out on Paintball Access and listen to our conversation. And, he's just had kind of a lot of epiphanies, I think, about his life. And the crazy thing about it is that's what is so awesome about paintball. It really, you can have really cool things happen to your life if you're willing to kind of get in there. And look, Todd Martinez is going to talk about something with the referees here. He's talking to Leon, head referee.
He's doing the arm point. When he does the arm point, he's very
What do you think he's angry about?
There's nothing up here I can see he can be angry about.
He's probably mad that the barbecue sandwiches are not on sale anymore.
Okay, Bear.
Yeah, so Todd is definitely not happy. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where, you know, maybe, I don't know what he saw. We'll have to talk to him later on, but man, this is not looking good for Omaha Vicious right now. Los Angeles Infamous is 1 point away from taking this victory here at the
fucking
Dallas
unbelievable,
Open.
man.
Yeah.
These guys are fucking not seeing anything.
Yeah, Todd is very angry, frustrated, man. So, yeah, but let's see if Vicious can get it back here. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go.
Fire! Todd Martinez coaching his team. Here goes, there's LA Infamous, Damian Ryan, Brad McCurley, Callie Rudolph on the breakout. There's Damian Ryan, 1 point away from victory here at the, when they get a shot in.
Brad McCurley needs to be careful. He's being called out, and he keeps crawling forward. He might get a penalty.
No, that was actually
Shane Colby. I'm sorry. That was Shane Colby. He got kind of lucky there.
Zach Wake got shot. Damian Ryan goes out. No, it looks like curtains right now, man, for Omaha Vicious.
Well, I don't know. Infamous dropped 2 bodies, but they don't have enough time. You're right, Chris. They do not have enough time.
And there's not enough time. There's no way they're going to win this game. They might win this point, but they're not going to win the game. There's no possible way. Yeah, well, there's a possible way if you're X Factor, but obviously, unfortunately, it's not X Factor right now.
Yeah,
Omaha Vicious, hey, they got respectable second right now. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you. You know, Brad McCurley in the corner, Callie Rudolph on your screen right there. There's Drew Templeton. There's no way they're going to get to that gauntlet at 121 left, down by 3 points.
Yeah, Callie Rudolph just zoning it up, and here comes Drew Templeton. He makes a move forward. He doesn't even really need to do that. All he needs to do is just zone it up for the next minute and 10 seconds, and then soak into the victory mojo that's about to come Infamous's way here. And it's such an awesome story for Infamous, man. You know, it would have been cool to see Vicious win this tournament, but they made it to their finals for the very first time. Infamous has been here a lot over the years. Look at this, though, big move. And Infamous not wanting to end this game quietly. And it looks like they lose.
That's going to do it right there. That's going to do it.
Yeah, so here comes Brad McCurley, who is just about 43 seconds. I think they might actually get this last point here. They might be able to score 7. Yeah, because I think that is going to do it. I don't think there's any players left alive for Omaha Vicious. So, wow. Los Angeles Infamous, after a terrible 2013 season, completely redeems themselves. And they come up here and they have some great performance. They had a pretty crazy bracket. I mean, they had to play Damage and Impact on Friday. And then on Saturday, Infamous had to play X Factor, which they lost that game. And they also had to play Texas Storm, which they whooped on Texas Storm. But still, man, what an awesome job. They battled all weekend long here. Both teams did. And again, yes, Vicious, they did not win this one, but they made it to the finals.
Guys played and stepped up, got some experience, and I think we'll be hearing from them all year long as well.
I think so too. Vicious is definitely sending a statement to the league like, hey guys, you know, we're not going to be the same Vicious that you saw last year. I'm sorry. We're coming with a different level of game. They proved that here at the Dallas Open, but the champions today, it's going to be Los Angeles Infamous. So Los Angeles Infamous winning their first tournament since the 2012 Chicago Open. And they promised me, and I was talking to them before, and I saw them at practice on Thursday. They were like, look, man, we are not going to get to a slow start. We have come to win this tournament. We have been putting in too much work. Actually, Empire has actually got like a cool documentary series called, I think it's The Paintball Life. So definitely go to Infamous's Facebook page and see what happened to them in the offseason, and we'll see. Yeah, so nice job there, LA Infamous. You can see them in their huddles. Nice job. Los Angeles Infamous. And you can see it, man. Look at the happy faces on Los Angeles Infamous spilling out onto this field. The Bornstein brothers newly picked up Zach Patient back from his knee injury. Look at that smile on Zach Patient's face. Damian Ryan licking that monster man beard that he has. Yeah, and
congratulations, man.
They earned it, man. They worked hard for this, and they definitely earned it. Such a great job for Los Angeles Infamous, and you look at the dejected faces. They made it far, but they didn't make it as far as they wanted to get. But, man, they played so hard. They fought so tough this weekend and really should be proud of themselves.
Absolutely.
And, I'm so glad that the Bortles have been supporting this Vicious program as long as they have, because look how far they've come. You know, they started out as a lower division team.
Worked their way through the divisions, and here they are, finally got to that finals match, and they played great. They had their opportunities, man. Nothing to be ashamed of, man. Keep your heads up high.
Yeah, I absolutely did. And also, Chris Burgess and Todd Martinez, Todd Martinez, the coach and our co-host up here, has done such a good job last year with Vicious and, bringing a fire to the team because he expects a lot out of them because that's what they should do, man. They're such a high-level, talented team. They just need to be told that, hey, man, you guys have so much potential. Just utilize the skills that you have and maintain that fire. And we saw a lot of fight out of Vicious this weekend.
Absolutely. I mean, look at Zach Wake, 13 confirmed kills, which matches our leader this weekend, Damian Ryan.
How crazy is
Cole Roberts?
How
Yes.
crazy is it that not only that, but he did it in the final match?
Yes.
He did it in the final match.
Good for him, man. Good for him. And look at in style. Look at this in style. You got Todd coming out here.
Hey,
hugging babies.
He's part of that. He's got connections.
Yeah, Todd helped. I mean, Todd was the coach of Infamous during their 2012 victory in Chicago. He coached them that season. He's known that team, and so he's a part of this win too. I know that kind of sounds a little strange, but such an awesome job, man. Yeah, man, Zach Wake. I really like Zach Wake, man, and had some really cool talks with him in the off season, and just giant slayer, man.
Yeah, him and Colt Roberts together. I mean, congratulations to Infamous, but congratulations and hats off also to Omaha Vicious. Hard-fought game. Todd Martinez. There's so many Cinderella stories out of this tournament.
Big future for Omaha Vicious.
For a lot of teams here. You know what? Honestly, I've seen a lot of good stuff this weekend, and I'm just proud to be a part of it. To be honest with you.
Look what happened. Infamous wins. Vicious takes second. Houston Heat's going down. Damage almost went down. I mean, it's been a crazy event, and that's what we expected in the Champions Division.
Man, wow. I was so happy with all of the teams and players out here. It was a harsh off-season for a lot of these guys in the northern reaches of the United States, and then also the guys that have made the flights over from. We had 3 teams come over from Russia. Art Chaos, congratulations to them for winning the Challengers Division. We're going to see them in the Champions Division. And thank you guys also out there in internet land for supporting us. Really appreciate it. We're trying to keep this thing going. It's up to you guys. That's totally up to you guys. And we really thank you guys. We had some technical issues, doing all we can over here, man. We had some really bad weather that hit us, really bad wind. It's freezing cold today. So let's check in with Lauren Kelly. She is with the victorious Los Angeles Infamous.
I am here with your tournament winners, Infamous. Congratulations, guys! You went from playing regulation games to being the champions of our first match this year. How does it feel? I mean, it's got to feel great.
It's amazing. It's just a team win. We were all in it together. If it wasn't one squad, it was another squad. If it wasn't one player, it was another player. It was just a team win. And, I love you guys. Everyone at home. Empire Paintball, Infamous. We're here, baby.
I think that's it down here. Back to you.
Kristen, love you.
Oh, Jesus. She just got smoked down by LA Infamous. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I think Nikki Cuba just bunkered Lauren Kelly with some champagne. Hey, one last bunkering to end out the tournament.
Lord.
Nikki Cuba, G1.
Oh, look at her. Look at her. She's like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
What's going on down here, man?
Yeah, so, man, that was such a great job, though, again. I know we've been saying it, but, of course, we got to, man. LA Infamous proving a lot of haters wrong because Infamous, they did not have a good year last year. Again, Infamous took 7th overall last year. I think the best they did was 3rd at the first event, so they kind of normally get a pretty good start, but this is a really, really big win for them, man. It solidifies their top. And they felt disrespected because they didn't think the paintball world was giving them the respect they deserve. Well, we know how that works. You have to take it. You have to take the respect.
Absolutely.
And earn it. Take it and earn it.
They got it back.
And they definitely did it. So before we sign off, let's take a look at the highlights from today's competition.